Well, hello there. Hi there. Welcome to Just Bird. Today's video, we're going to take a look at Zac Efron. I just saw Sloan post about, is Zac Efron a yacht boy? From what he said, he said a lot, but I went to page 6. You can go there. I tried to rip their photos. However, maybe I'll be able to figure out how I can get them, but they're a web file, so I can't download them. But they have all of these pictures of him over on page 6. Just type in Google Zac Efron yacht boy and go to page 6 and what they have out there, and they have a bunch of photos, and the article is what I believe Sloan was going off of, unless he was going off of a blind item, because I also saw a link to a blind item, which he likes to do, but I don't think the video said blind item. He usually titles the blind item videos blind item videos, so I don't know. Anyhow, let's just take a peek-see. I'm going to take my time. I have like Trishe Jaimes decks out. I've got her predictions deck and the investigations deck out. So I have the other personal predictions out, but I'm just going to use the other one for this particular read. I have the Memento Mori, possibly throw down with that, but let's just see what comes out and give me just a 5-card spread on Zac for the baseline, past, present, and future. So let's see. Tell me about Zac Efron, and we'll lead up to the yacht situation. Okay, he was linked or connected in the past. Currently, there's a reckoning going on. What he doesn't see is that there's conflict with that 5 of Wands energy, and the advice is shake things up, make some noise, be heard, because the likely outcome is going to be liability, justice being served. So, I think if he neglects, he has to shake things up for either the truth to come out, a contract, or something where there's conflict, and a shake-up. Well, right now there's a decision being made, and it's a reckoning of him. So we'll see what transpires. But it's somebody that he was linked to from the past. Now, we don't know. I certainly don't know anyone that he was linked to. I heard he went downhill and began like drinking heavily after a divorce from someone. I don't know who. I want to say Kristen, or I don't know. I read it though while I was looking at the links, and it said, that's what it said, that Zac began, they give you like a paragraph or whatever under their headline, and it said that Zac Efron started drinking heavily after his divorce from, and I forget her name, but whatever. So right now he's just fighting for some kind of contract, whether that's work contract, industry contract, some kind of legal dealing though. So the outcome is liability, but he has to make some noise, right? He has to shake things up, rocks the scene. So let's get into the yacht. I'm going to pull 5 from here, and then I'll pull 5 from the investigations deck, and then we'll get the predictions to see what the likely outcome of the situation will be, especially with what's going on with what just with those 5 cards. So let's just pull 5 more and then get into the investigations deck. Zac Efron, concerning the yachts. Tell me about the yacht situation and him being a yacht boy. That young man, he was such a beautiful young man, you know, but something happened, you know. I believe he probably has body dysmorphia. Seems that he changed through cosmetic surgery, and it wasn't a very good job. It's sad, you know, men have body dysmorphia too, and, you know, a lot of things concerning their looks, weight, and everything that we don't even consider as women, that men have these issues. But they do. Okay. I'm going to put these up here. So we have, we have a warning. We have it bound and tied to it. So what I want you to see, misdirection, dissociate, the hermit, to dissociate information, and gathering facts, dangerous situation, getting facts on a dangerous situation, and that contract that came up in the last 5, he may be tied and bound to it. They're only showing you what they want you to see, as far as, you know, what you see about Zac, misdirection. They're not going to show you anything. He may actually have, you know, he may dissociate. And go inward because he has been misguided. He doesn't want you to see, so he hibernates and comes out, and we'll see what this deck has to offer. Tell me about Zac Efron and being a yacht boy. Tunnel or underground, well-funded operation, tied or restrained. Oh, he gets, this is what they do to him. And they dissociate him. They make him confused, misdirection. Knows too much, wants to talk. But they probably dope him. Heavy burden carried. The information that he has is too much. It's too burdensome. There is a warning here, though. He may be warning people about tunnels underground. That it's a well-funded operation and he's tied to it. Or he wants to talk about who's tied to it. He's tied to it somehow too. He also, you know, he doesn't want to show you this part of him. That's what's happening. I'm going to say yes. And it's not for good, anything good. I mean, he's there for the money. You see all of the money, right? It's all over the place. It's like, dance for me, dance for me. All of these old, perverted men. The one that was talking to him looked to be about 75 years old. Probably billionaires, you know, that can afford him. And, oh, well, you're a sweet young thing. They're so disgusting with their fetishes. The more money they have, the worse they treat you, the worse their fetish can be. Or even if it's not a bad fetish, it can be very meticulous, and if you don't do it exactly how they desire, there could be a high consequence. He could have seen that people are tied underground, and he's tried to, he has all of this information, and it's really hard for him to carry. He knows too much and wants to talk, but he dissociates. They keep him in that state. And he just doesn't, he carries shame. He does not want you to see, he misdirects you. You know, he'll show you the funny movies or whatever, the whatever, but he doesn't want you to see this, right? He misdirects you away from this part of him, and shows you a false face, because he really is like this. And he's having a really hard time holding on to what he does know, the information that he does know. Let's just pull from the predictions deck and see what that has to offer. Let me just put these decks in their homes. My goodness. Just bear with me for a second, folks. It gets messy over here, and I don't like it. It drives me nuts. But, you know, they're all useful, so they're not going anywhere. Alright. But it's just a much better, well-oiled machine when I pick them up right away and put them back in their homes. Alright, so let's see. What's the outcome of all of this? He's holding on to some really sick secrets. So the answer to the question, in my opinion, is yes. And it's for the money. And it's ritualistic there. Social media, foreign occupation, a sinking ship, surprise attack, consequence damage done. So there may be a social media attack on him, and the people, you know, they have a foreign occupation, billionaires, I don't know what kind of industry, you know. A sinking ship, though. There may be something on a vessel that comes over water. That's him, the vessel, the yacht. But there may be a surprise, like, you know, social media attack. This person people that he deals with, they may be, you know, owners of these companies, social media companies, you know, Facebook, X, Instagram, all the things, in my opinion. And there's nothing that he can do, because it's like, it's a sinking ship and the damage is already done. Like, there's too much weight in the boat. So once this attack takes place, it's all, and I think that's what's happening right now. That could be what's happening to him right now. There will be consequences. Let's see. Let's get the personal predictions, because this one is more like political. A lot of it seems that way, and I'm just gonna pull from the personal predictions to see. All right. But it gives a little insight, you know, and we'll figure it out as this story unfolds. But he's shocked maybe that this information is coming out about him being on the boat, you know, yacht, sorry. And he may feel like he might not be able to come back from this, because this is like, he may feel the need, like he just really wants to tell, but he carries this shame. Let's see. Zac Efron. Boredom, inactivity, big news. So there's that hibernation of him being in a bubble like the hermit. Lost sleep, fatigue, slow pace, and end to the battle. So, well, after it blows up, maybe things will get a little bit better. I'm going to pull 6 more because he is bored. That means like timed out, you know, not working. But whatever that legal situation was, that's going to end. He's been losing sleep over it. It's been halting his career, and the big news is coming. So I'm curious if he is tied up in some kind of contractual law right now, where maybe he has to be a yacht boy in order to generate the income. Lawyers are really expensive. And then trying to maintain what you've already earned at that level isn't, and not be working, you will go through your savings so quickly without having it. That's why, you know, you'll see Harry Styles and stuff doing the adult toys and like cash grabs. They all do it, like all these quick cash grabs. But then I think about the gluttony of it all, you know, just gluttonous behavior, when you just want so much more than you need, or it's grossness, like on the highest level, because we all suffer from it to some degree in certain areas. Anyhow, let's pull 5 more. Okay, so calm, peace of mind. It looks like rehab. If I'm honest, it looks like rehab, bored, inactivity, and calm, peace of mind, clear mind. You know, whether it's rehab, institution, just going somewhere to a retreat even, to spend some time to clear the mind. And then we have vehicle, transport. Okay, big news concerning those tunnels, or is it the T-Rex of it all, if you know what I'm saying, you know, when it comes to vehicles and transport things. Friendship, company, lost sleep and fatigue. He may be traveling with a friend, or maybe he's going to go visit a friend to relax. That could be to clear his mind. because the slow pace is because everything is staying the same, but then we have the end of the battle. So improved situation, end of battle. So whatever it really is going on with him, it's going to wrap up, but it's going to take some time, and I'm very curious about what is weighing so heavy on his heart that he's having a hard time containing it. I feel it, but I'm not sure. Maybe a friend has some big news. I think the big news is coming from a legal situation, but I think he's probably going to go visit a friend because he has a friend that is TR'd with them, transported together, and that kind of like keeps the peace of mind, and that is sort of staying the same until the situation improves. And this person, he may be gay with this person too. But they kind of help with keep the peace. But this could also be speaking to like the gay activity coming where that situation improves and that comes to an end, some form of struggle. The big news, I'm curious if it's like, is he going to tell something to clear his mind, that like as he clears his mind and goes and gets the whatever, wherever he goes to clear his mind and find that peace within, like, what's the big news? Is it this of what I was talking about? Because like this stuff here, he can't, the big news it excites him so much that he can't sleep. But this situation down here would take place where not getting a lot of rest, tired, running on empty, slow, and it's not getting any better at this point. I mean, it turns out okay, but it doesn't seem like a good time getting there, So, let's see. Let's throw some charms for Zac Efron. I don't like... That's a big one. Let is the word. Let. I guess friends and company come your way. There's the colorful bug, the beetles. Patience gonna take some time, but he is going somewhere. Colorful again. Leisure, it's like I said, a slow pace here with the bike. What do we have here? There's a little magic. There's a little fairy. Take that as you like. A little fairy. So there's a little bit of luck coming his way. A little bit of magic in the air. That's going to help with the situation. We have the number 11. He could be in manifestation mode, but the 11th month, 11 weeks, 11 days, the number 11 may mean something to him. But it could mean that he's creating something. It could be love. It was attached to all of this, where there's a change of heart here with this rose quartz crystal and a butterfly. So just going through some changes, but they haven't quite... He hasn't gotten to the other side of them yet because this was in the reverse. Same with the pearl. He just hasn't learned his self-worth yet, but he will. It's in the reverse. But when you turn it over and he starts peeling back the onion, he's going to realize that, like, his own worth, his own value, that he's a treasure. He may be moving somewhere, but it is, again, the leisurely, slow pace of change takes time. Like I said, the number 11 could mean something. He could be falling in love at some point, or just like be working on his like emotional heart space. And I feel like the message is for him to let love in and take things slow, but keep them moving forward. There's like, I feel like spiritual protection with the 11 and the little fairy. Sprinkle her magic there to get these changes and transformations, swiftly moving along. He could be traveling and taking a trip to the ocean, but it may not be for some time. It may happen maybe in November, since the 11 is there, but to a warmer destination where there's, sand and a beach. He's listening. He's learning to listen and be patient during this time of change, and maybe just possibly letting things happen and going with the flow. And that's what I have for Zac Efron.